Hello, it's Mr. Mobility once again. I have reviewed the Redmi 13C. It's a lovely entry-level smartphone that's well designed, it's beautiful, and it performs as expected. The Redmi 13C is a 4G device, but there is a 5G version, the Redmi 13C 5G, which seems to be an India exclusive smartphone. The Indians get all the fun, and the rest of the world's just left to make do with whatever comes to them. I'm envious. Anyway, what are the differences between the Redmi 13C and the Redmi 13C 5G? At first glance, they look exactly the same, especially from the front. At the back, there are minor design differences, especially with the camera module. But beyond that, are there any other differences? Of course, there are. First, they have the same screen size, the same screen resolution, the same screen technology. They have exactly the same length, the same height, the same width, the same weight. They have the same 5,000 milliamp hour battery. They have the same 18-watt fast charging. What are the differences between these two devices? The key difference is in the chipset. The chipset is the brain or the brain box of a smartphone, and it controls pretty much everything. It determines whether the phone is 4G, 5G, controls the camera, controls the display. It controls everything. The Redmi 13C has a Helio G85 chipset. It's a 4G chipset. The Redmi 13C 5G has a Dimensity 6100 Plus chipset. They have the same amount of RAM, 4, 6, 8 gigabytes of RAM. They have the same internal storage memory options, 128, 256. The other differences between the two phones exist in the cameras. For selfies, the Redmi 13C has an 8 megapixel selfie camera. The Redmi 13C 5G has a 5 megapixel selfie camera. In other words, the selfie camera is a downgrade from the camera of the 13C. Odd, but I guess Xiaomi was trying to keep the price within a particular limit. At the back of the Redmi 13C is a 50 megapixel main camera, 2 megapixel macro camera, which I really still do not understand why anybody includes a 2 megapixel lens in their cameras. Those things are pretty much useless, but it's here. Plus a third 0.08 megapixel auxiliary camera. I have no idea what the auxiliary does. Is it a depth sensor? Is it for laser autofocus? Nobody understands, but Xiaomi says it's there. We'll take it like that. The Redmi 13C 5G has a 50 megapixel main camera. It ditches the 2 megapixel macro lens, thankfully, but retains that 0.08 megapixel auxiliary camera that nobody knows what it does. Those are the two main differences between the Redmi 13C and the Redmi 13C 5G. The chipset, the selfie camera, and the main camera at the back. Pretty much everything else is the same. Of course, there are minor design differences and color schemes, but in the grand scheme of things, those are not really differences to worry about. I hope I've been able to help you see clearly the differences between the two so you can make an informed choice. So, of course, the Redmi 13C 5G costs more than the Redmi 13C. The problem is, if you are outside of India and you want the 13C 5G, you will have to buy one on Flipkart or another India-specific website and import to your country. I don't know why it's not available everywhere. Don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and please do subscribe to my channel and turn on your notifications so that I can get more informative videos like this across to you again and again. I'll see you next time.